All right, my favorite part coming up.
Has sarcasm been detected, or
Yes,
this is the legitimate
yes.
statement?
No, that part I don't really like. That jump
Yeah.
up and then.
Yeah.
But the part after, this is all nice. I like this. It's just that little turnaround thingy at the top is
Yeah.
bit of yeah. Not a fan.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was kind of like, because I think it was like one of the sections I somewhat redid like later on.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. But it was tricky because you've already got the entire route finished.
Yeah, hard to change anything then.
It's basically, yeah. So it's fine.
No, it's not a you problem. It's a me problem.
Just need to control the car.
Exactly.
Epos knows very much about how to control the car. Like me, Epos, Jadon, and New Prime, we just played like this RPG map.
Oh, I saw you guys do like PVM stuff.
Yeah. It's like learning to control the car. So,
yeah, I tuned in.
So
I was
Epos
really
is
surprised
very good at
seeing
controlling the car.
I was really surprised seeing you, Epos, Jadon hunting an RPG map. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah. Like I quite like RPG. I don't mind. I just don't really like. I don't know. I just don't really play the game. So
Yeah.
It's very simply. Like I would play more a couple of days, well, for instance. But the work that I do is it basically just runs straight through a couple of days, so I can't really join for most of the time.
That's unfortunate.
So.
Oh, RPGs are really fun.
Yeah.
I'm too fast. Okay, 5:49 opening. That's good.
Nice. Like I'm quite a fan of like kind of more like weird maps. I don't know, like more jank-ish, I suppose.
Okay.
It's because there's more to do, I suppose. But maybe I've been brainwashed by Mudgy Monday.
Would you say Zerator maps in that case? Did you ever play a Zerator Cup or no? Like you must have played the Ascension, right? Or no? Or you tried to?
I couldn't. No, I was really annoyed. I couldn't. It didn't work out for my timing.
Oh.
But I feel like I missed out.
Yeah.
So, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? So, but yeah, I think kind of.
You would say that type of janky.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like. It's tricky because there's like weird.
Yeah.
Like Zerator, I would class, and then there's Mudgy weird, like Mudgy Monday weird.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I can see that. I can see the difference. Okay.
Like I don't really fancy playing block mixed pipes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a bit tricky.
I get you.
But yeah, kind of stuff where you have to, have to think a bit more, I suppose. I enjoy it, but quite a lot.
I mean, I'm the same. I like a little bit more like janky stuff as well. Because I feel like it's more of an equal playfield in that regard. Like if it's just a pure pace track, I will not be able to compete on it. So I like maps that
kind of feel the same.
A bit more weird.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'll get like outcast from Waypoint because I'm like a like I don't know because there's like allegations of Waypoint being like some very smooth mapping. And stuff.
Yeah.
That's like well, I'm not saying build like bonk up. I'm not really saying that, but in terms of like pushing the boat out a bit more. So that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's understandable. I like that. But oftentimes, if you go for, you know, that type of change, you often end up with a lot more hate as well. Or like things that don't work as consistently as you intended it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope for more janky competition type maps. Like even the Red Bull type maps, they were a little bit more janky than normal, and I like that.
Yeah,
that was good.
I guess like a good. It's so hard to do, but like if you could find a balance of having jank but not having it too punishing, if you get it wrong, but it's tricky.
Yeah.
To sort of flirt with that line.
Wait, did the server crash or not? Where's my overlay? Or that just disappears when you're driving?
So
does that just automatically disappear when you drive?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it appears on the PF section.
Okay.
From what I recall last time.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Did I press a HUD button or something? No. We should still be good.
Oh, what cheer.
But yeah, no, I agree completely with you. Do you think there is much more
like even I'm gonna get some.
Sorry. Wait, am I muted? Test?
No, go.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Because I pressed the button on my controller and I was like, oh shit. I was gonna ask, like, do you think there's much more of a mapping change, like this, like, you know how mapping evolves throughout the years, obviously, but is there still much more mapping evolution that can be done or not?
I think it's quite interesting. So at least from what I saw, there was kind of each year had its thing, I suppose. So I mean, well, first year was primarily 2020. And then I guess like custom items, there was more custom items being introduced.
Yeah. True.
And then there's probably a bit more water. And then I think from like last year onwards, it was really the scenery game. I think like really changed. At least in competitive. I think I'm not too sure about general maps. But yeah, at least kind of competitive maps was more. I think it was kind of boosted by the beacon maps, I think.
Oh, you think so?
You know, the difficulty spike, I suppose. You know, beacon, not only the scenery but also the technicality. I think was really boosted by beacon. Like the maps became much more mechanical, I think, much more technical, as well as difficult in terms of the precision and such.
Yeah, I can get that.
So like if you were to look at kind of, so like if you were to look at, let's say, EMC, it's not really a fair comparison, but I'll make it anyway. But like EMC from 23 or 22, there was some precision, there was some, you know, open bits, there was some technicality, and mechanics, but that was kind of it, really. And then as soon as Beacon comes out, you have like, you know, crazy hard maps, but people still were able to play them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And get good at them. So I think Beacon kind of pushed the skill, I suppose, maybe a bit more, I don't know. And then on a different note, like like light pole propaganda.
Oh god, yes.
But no, like I think it's useful sometimes, but I think a lot of UK maps, and then it was a bit pushed onto EMC and such. Was just, and we still see it sometimes as well, right? But it was just spamming light poles every single apex. It's like, sometimes it's useful, but I don't know.
What can
Sometimes
you
not so
what
much.
can they do, what can you do against that though? Like, what is the solution for this? Like the
Yeah.
light pole stuff.
That's the thing. It's. I would say it's the quote unquote meta. There isn't. It's a bit of a weird way of saying it, but I suppose it's tricky because it just comes down to the mapper, right? It's just what the mapper thinks is best. You know. So for instance, nice save. Like for instance, myself, I would tend to not put too many light poles.
Yeah.
Safety car deployed, good focus. Yeah, whereas other mappers would put more. It's just kind of comes down to mapper preference really. So yeah, I don't think there's much that can be done. I think it's just something that we have to get used to. I think as players.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess,
for instance,
but also like
there were XP maps.
also I feel like a lot of mappers they want to place these things right, the vision thingies, but oftentimes they place it like kind of wrong, and it's more like of an annoyance than it is a literal helper. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the helpers or the corner thingies are only really useful when you have like an uphill that is like completely blind, and in the distance you have a corner or something. Like then I can get it, but yeah, on every single little corner piece, I feel like it's, I mean, just a waste of real estate.
It's tricky because, at least from like my perspective, I think, like they could be useful for having a defined limit of the track limits, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then, if that were the case, then I sometimes try to put a more thicker block. So, for instance, the square black cubes, square cube, nice. But you know what I mean, like the kind of.
Yeah, I understand you though. I understand you.
Yeah. So, yeah, rather than like light poles where you can just like ping pong off of them and then just spin around if you clip it or something.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good solution or alternative. For sure. But yeah, I really wonder like what I feel like we've had like the peak of technicalities when it comes to what I just got a slowdown on that transition. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Not
I feel like the technicality has reached like such a limit. I feel like we're gonna go back down. You know, when we've reached the peak, I mean, you oftentimes have to go a little bit down. So I think maybe in the upcoming year or maybe 2 years, we're gonna see like the transition again to like easier maps or some sort. I would think.
I guess it just depends on what competitions are on, I suppose, and what they want. You know, because if there's more sort of like Beacon, America's Masters, that sort of thing, then you know the requests for those more difficult maps are going to be out there.
Yeah, true.
So it just depends on what's around, really.
Yeah, I get that as well. What do you as a comp player prefer? I actually wonder.
In terms of like hard or easy maps. Or...
Yeah, because you're also a mapper, so like.
Yeah, I think for myself, I mean, I enjoy, and I'm probably better at, for the most part, like more difficult maps.
Okay.
It just depends really, kind of what's involved, because you know I'm pretty bad at pipes, so a map could be difficult, but if it has pipes, then it's not too good for me. Just so I don't have that feeling, that most people do. So like for instance the virtual Logitech challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. So like I just could not do the last. I really struggled on the final pipe. Whereas like I'd watch like Giuliano or Rosile or anyone else, literally anyone else, and they could just go. It was very impressive to watch.
Yes.
I'm just like, I struggle on that.
I have the same. I remember in TMGL there was this map. I mean, if Scrappy is listening, he knows about Vertical. That map, it was like a reactor pipes, and it was so hard for me. Like, and then you had players like Bran and stuff who just, were cruising so quick over them, and I was like, what the fuck? How do you even do this shit?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that.
It's it's kind of odd because sometimes I'll have like just a magician map. I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense. So what I mean by that is just like a map which isn't, I don't think technically difficult, but I'm just a bit better on it. I feel good on it. So for instance, like like, oh gosh, what's it called? The Vixar map from World Tour Stage 2. I just felt really good on it for some reason. I don't know.
Sometimes you just have maps that like suit you way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so weird, man, because like we're not bad players, right? So why is it that some maps are just so much easier and you're so much better on that? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, I never understood this. Because
I guess.
Because that's what's like, if I look at Carl, for instance, I mean, he is world's best Trackmania player, and he's like pretty much good on every single thing that you throw at him if he practices it. Like, why is it that some players can do that, but some, have this massive preference to a certain style? It's like, I mean, it's not like a lack of skill, because the skill you have, right? I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I made the world's best pie map in existence that has ever existed in the Trackmania universe.
Do you regret adding the slow motions on them or not?
I mean, it's tricky because I think it's tricky to say because you kind of have to see it in matches.
Yeah.
When people have practiced on it, or at least semi-practice on it, to then make a judgment. So I could have said like, okay, we'll get rid of the slow-mos, but I think some players, just like some players dislike the slow-mo. Okay, all players dislike the slow-mo. Aside from myself, I didn't mind it. I was used to it. I was used to it. But like, I think if I remove the slow-mo, then there's chances of kind of the allegations of, like, for instance, the final pipe being much harder to full send because you have less reaction time.
True.
So it's much more difficult to make finer adjustments.
I see.
That was kind of my logic behind it. Was literally really it was if you're playing the game slower, you have more adjustments per second, or more time to adjust.
Yeah.
That was the logic behind it, to try and make it more competitive. I think if I could, I would have just redone the actual pipe sections and made the pipe sections easier, and maybe like more frequent. Even if it's literally just drive straight over a pipe. I'm not sure. But I think that the issue came from the pipes being too decisive, I think, and badly mapped, I think.
Okay. I thought it was a cool map, though.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thought of it was really nice. And I think it just shocked a lot of players because it was so unique. And that's why people had that first initial response to it.
Yeah. I mean, I knew as soon as it was released, I knew I'd get kind of feedback from Grenadi and yeah, feedback.
Yeah.
From Grenadi and Brendan, like immediately I knew because they're like pipe gods. So, but just from others as well. Like I just knew already. So, but I'm willing to try new things.
I like that about you.
Get them wrong sometimes.
Like you always try to find some new stuff in your maps. I think that's what definitely sets you apart. Like especially this past year, I think almost all of your comp maps have had definitely a unique sense to them.
I appreciate that. I tried. I mean, like I say, I will get some things wrong, you know, but like I say, I don't know if you watched. This is kind of weird, but have you watched Ratatouille?
Yeah, but very long time ago.
Okay, yeah, yeah. basically, there's just a quote from Chef Cousteau. You know.
Yeah.
My man. And he's basically just saying, you know, you gotta try new things, and be prepared to. What was it? Oh, I'm finding it.
GLHF Tim.
But no, like what I mean as well is that you know, oftentimes you can see a map and then you immediately know who built it. Like
yeah.
back in the day, Firestorm used to make. I loved Firestorm's maps because because they were a little bit easier. They're more fast paced and stuff, more full speed. And the moment he got a new map in TMGL, you could instantly see that it was a Firestorm map. But for you, I don't think you have like your style. You know, it's always a unique map, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite interesting how there's so many mappers now that I can still sort of see like styles, even if it's just scenery. I can still sort of kind of work out, okay, maybe this section's done by this mapper, or so for instance, Way Down. Like I was playing it because I think it was after the release. You know, I was just kind of, you know, just playing it, and I told Boppet, like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know which sections are built by or helped by X mapper or Y mapper.
That's
it's
funny.
quite interesting. But yeah, the quote which I was thinking of was, "You must try things that may not work, and you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from. Your only limit is your soul."
Jeez.
But he says it with much more pizzazz.
yeah. No, but that's a good quote.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good one to live by, especially in a creative world like Trackmania mapping, for instance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Newman. Like for instance, like Kiesler uses a lot of platform. Like a lot of platform.
Yeah, you can see a Kiesler map from a mile away.
Yeah. And then like Vixer is very left right, I think. And he likes to use like roadblocks or platform blocks to like within the route. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, so it's quite interesting.
I can also spot the Softy B map from 10 kilometers away.
Speed was a map. I felt so bad for Stiss because he was so good on it, and I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just, yeah. I was struggling, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were playing the easy version.
God.
Yeah, I look back on a lot of my maps, like just from time to time, and I'm just like, wow, this is trash. Like, I'm very self-critical, you know. I'm quite self-critical, so.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
I have a question. Like, how many maps do you make that never gets into a competition? Like, you let's say you get like an order from a team, and oh, I want to have you build a map like this, and then you start building, and then at the end you're like, man, this is not good. Or is it always like you start, and that start that you make is also gonna be the start of the map?
Oh, I see. So, like, kind of, like, how many versions? Because I kind of work in, like, versions of a track.
Yeah, or kind of like if you make a map and... how do I say this? Well, let's rephrase this. Are there maps that you made that didn't get into a competition? Like, you got it requested and then it didn't get in? Or has it always just been like, oh, could you please adjust this, and then it's fine? Something like that.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, you'll have like small adjustments to make. But for the most part, like most of my routes, I say like I'm making comp maps every second, like. You know? But in terms of like, but if I do make a track, like yeah, there'll be like a small section maybe. There was a few EMC maps or like tech maps that I made which didn't get in.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
I see.
Yeah, so it sort of depends on if you're approached versus if you're doing an open request. So like XBevo, for instance. I haven't actually mapped for... Okay, that's a lie. I have mapped for XBevo, and Intact failed to put the featuring. Like,
no way.
Yeah, I actually helped him build like the first 5 seconds of the XBevo map.
Yo, those were the best 5 seconds of the track.
So, you know, I'll be getting the paper. I'll be getting my lawyer.
Exactly. Claim that shit. That's funny. Actually, let's like when you say versions, how many versions did you go through on the Red Bull Alpine map, for instance?
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I'll start because just I'm on this page. So how many versions of this map do you think I have?
21.
We have, me and Popworts. We have 77 versions. Or different map files. 77.
Oh my god. Okay, but is that 77 versions of the route, or is that 77 versions of like you know, edit scenery and then you save it and then the next time you work on it again?
Yeah, so it's a bit more. Yeah, it's not really representative.
Okay. I see.
Let's see. Where is it? I have 10 Alpine map files.
Okay.
But I had many, like, basically what I do is especially for a more tailored map, I guess you could say, is I kind of brainstorm ideas first.
Okay.
So instead of starting with the start, I'll kind of make ideas of within the track. So for instance, with Alpine, I kind of would start bringing... The railgun was actually like the first idea I had.
No way!
Which is not good. It was also quite funny because it wasn't in the initial route, and then like near the end of the process, they were like, yeah, so we quite like this.
Nah.
And I just saw my it's not good, and it was the same with the ending of the water map. like yeah, they were like, yeah, we really like this idea of this of the cushion thing,
Yeah.
like the bumper cushion thing. I was like, oh, come on.
And you
Can't
knew,
catch a
you
break.
already knew. You were
I
like,
already
oh
knew.
shit.
I already knew that was gonna be difficult. So, but yeah, so I have 10 versions. Okay, 11 versions of Alpine.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And then 14 of the water map.
Okay. Yeah, it's
So,
about what I was
slightly
expecting.
more normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Neon, let's have a look for the best track ever.
5 dance.
No.
Is it just another question? Is it sometimes hard to find unique ideas because you've done already so much, or you?
Yeah, it's. I think, it's especially when it comes, at least for me, like especially when it comes to, or when it came to like identities, because I know what, I think that I know what the players want.
Yeah.
So then trying to come up with something with like which isn't boring, which is difficult, which is unique, but is also exciting for the viewer, and then also is, you know, is not too punishing. It's tricky. So, which is I think which is why like even in aside to what I'm saying, but yeah, it's tricky.
Is it because of lack of blocks or no?
I mean, sort of, but also some things they're just not they're not regular enough. So I actually had the underwater section as an idea for an identity, but it's just like you could just like even if you just lose 0.05, that's enough for it to not be quote unquote competitive in my eyes.
True.
Because that can decide rounds. So I don't know. I think it's just also how good players have gotten, I think, because players are especially like Carl and the top players who can control these sort of things, they're able to I guess that they're able to what am I trying to say? I don't know. I don't know. The skill ceiling has gone higher, I think. So it's that was my point. Was because the skill ceiling has gone higher. There are smaller differences maybe between races, between matches.
I see.
Maybe. What do you think? Because I don't know. It's only a theory.
I think like creativity is great if it doesn't ruin consistency in a sense. I feel like a lot of creative sections on maps lately are always, it's more like, okay, this is just a risky section instead of like, okay, this is a cool new way to utilize this block or something. And it it often results in like inconsistent stuff, and it's mainly people using plastic. I think that's kind of a thing that we've seen take over a little bit more, the usage of plastic in tricky parts. Think about what was that map in TMGL with the that won the identity contest. It was completely plastic, like left to the
Oh,
right,
yeah,
left
it
to
was,
the right.
yeah.
You know which
Yeah,
map I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Like, it's more so
Um,
people using plastic
yeah.
nowadays than, and that is like more like the difficulty factor. I don't know. Like, if creativity is nice as long as it doesn't ruin consistency. That's what I think. And it's the same with, let's say, your Alpine map, for instance. I mean, the balancing act, like, it's fucking creative, right? It's sick. But to get that done is like almost a 1 in 5 task for players.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always like the risk factor of creative parts always takes over, and then nobody or less people will do this creative part in a way because they're afraid, right? And then is it like really worth it being creative at that point? I don't know.
Yeah.
Blah, good luck, spam guy.
There's like a very fine balance between trying things out and it being actually, good to drive.
Yeah. Like with the Alpine map, so I kind of built it with rounds in mind. So it was a bit unfortunate that it was 1 week of TA. Like, holy moly, that was probably so bad to drive.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So,
if you don't have like a mapping project that you're working on, do you still map or no?
sometimes, like, if I just have like a random brainwave of like an idea, then I'll kind of just do like a rough sketch of it, I guess. Like, even if there's just like a future competition or cup, then I could use that for that section, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So you preemptively build like stuff, and then you're like, okay, well, this could be like a cool feature in I don't know, a tech map or like a full speed map. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you could do, like, if there's a style which, I mean, there realistically isn't, but if you think of a style which hasn't, at least in my eyes, if there hasn't been a style which hasn't really been done, I could try and do that in, say, a cup of the day map.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when wood was a bit newer. This is going to sound kind of criminal, but I've done like a slow-mo wood map. That's just an example, right? So you kind of go, okay, maybe try that, or whatever, really. So, but yeah, sort of depends. You could do, because I do skins as well. So sometimes I have a skin which I do. So it just depends what's on, really.
Okay, nice. Oh, it's cool to hear the mapping perspective. Oh, that's my first crush.
Under control.
Yeah. My pace has been really good for having a small yapathon.
Yeah.
Been doing really good. Like, how is it for you as like a known comp mapper to also be a comp player? Like, do you find yourself in conflict sometimes or no? If you don't want to answer that, that's also fine.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, naturally, like with World Tour, for instance, like with Pipe Dance, it's fair enough,
Yeah.
But it comes down to sort of, I suppose, I mean, everyone will have different views on this. For me, it will come down to like how much time do people have to prepare.
Okay.
So, like with Pipe Dance, I was kind of like, okay, well, people have at least 2 weeks and then more because it was one of the 5 starter maps of the season.
Exactly.
So I was like, okay, it'll probably get banned anyway. Or for instance, like Valley, for the World Championship.
Yeah.
It's weird. This is a complete side tangent, but it feels like I'm like trash on my own maps.
Do you think you do
like,
that on purpose? Like you build against your strengths, maybe, or not?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. But in theory, Valley should have actually been quite good for me because the identity, which was horrendous, by the way, and I made it, was quite a precision-based one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd. But then again, yeah. But then I think with like Pipe Dance, on the other hand, like it was more muscle memory. Not muscle memory, more like timing for like releases and such. So I was like, even though I play keyboards when testing, I always play keyboard when testing, for like no slides and such, basically.
Okay.
Because I never want to make something which is biased towards a device. I don't agree with that. To like, yeah, I'll try and never do that, basically. So that's why I usually just play keyboards when mapping, and it's just easier.
That's really fair. Wait, what is the? Hold on, there's an alarm.
Yeah, let me check.
5 minute. I'm getting ding donged.
Yeah, let me check.
5 minute pause during the map
so
change.
long.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening, but
it's basically just saying there's too many players connected. They're adding additional servers. Some might have to change servers. Let me check. I think so many. I think we're fine. Let me have a scan. Yeah, we're fine.
okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Nice.
It was just like, yeah, they're adding servers to make it cleaner, I guess.
Fair.
And then it's just saying we will initiate a 5 minutes pause during the changing map in 13 minutes. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Nice. But yeah, that's honestly like a good thing. Like if you can use other devices to test your map, you see, then if it's fair enough, if you have like a precision part, can a keyboard player still, do it quite comfortably and stuff, and vice versa as well, of course. Like, I mean, if you have a Neo part, like for a wheel, obviously it's gonna be much more tedious, right? So.
Yeah.
That's like a very fair take.
The thing with like with Neos, like I literally intentionally built one into this.
Okay.
Like I can Neo, Mudder can Neo, and Grenadi just can swap to a keyboard.
Yeah.
And that's about it really. So
true.
There's no. I don't see any issues with like.
That's the only 3 wheel players.
But yeah, but even like for instance, yeah, you have grass on the left-hand side, so it sort of offers an alternative, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it gives the Neo players like, I think it's 0.05 or something small.
Yeah, that's always no way I make the same mistake. Fuck. This pillar.
Yeah. I actually I went outside for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next time.
There's like 2 things which I did in my replay, which I did is faster. So there was that, and then also doing an S4D like just before right at the beginning of the full speed.
Oh. Yeah, you can use the little bubble part. If you go a bit wider, you can use the small transition to...
Yeah, so I did a S4D like before that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's something Elcon will do probably. And you.
But like, I can't really say much because I'm probably like top 100,000 on AO1. So
Okay. Yeah, S4Ding is not something I can do really well.
In general, full speed, I don't know. Like, full speed is weird for me. Like, sometimes it clicks and sometimes just not at all. So remember the Out of the Blue qualifier map? Like,
yes.
my ends, I think, were decent.
Okay.
But like my starts, it was just mystery tier for me. I just could not do it. I was just constantly losing. So it's kind of odd.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After I've understood how full speed works and I can drive it, it's actually really enjoyable.
Yeah. Like sometimes Josh is streaming, and I just watch him, and it's just magical. It's so cool to see. Or even like I used to watch kind of like 2020 full speeds comps. And just seeing like Switch and whoever just SD left, SD right, SD left, SD right.
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
crazy.
nothing. Oh, it's fantastic. It's really cool.
But they are like tiers to full speed. Like you have the Joshes, the Switches, and then you have like us. You know, we know how to speed slide, but we are nowhere near as like precise in our SDs as these people are.
Yeah, like. I think even like I would definitely be below you because I don't know, like I can roughly guess like what overlap to do, but even then it's like I don't know I don't have a feeling for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you're also in Camp 3, or do you switch then to...
Yeah, I swap, so
Okay.
I don't have that excuse like Carl, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to bring this up if Carl is watching, but I still remember the dive. Like, I still remember dive. And you see his
SD to the right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry if he's watching.
It wasn't even an SD. It was just an overslide. He was just like... But you could see in the replay that it was trying as well. He was like tapping, you know? But it was like so bad.
I respected your like team decision to just not SD the nostalgia. That was quite interesting.
Please read. Dude, why are they posting these notifications when we're driving in the middle of a competition here? Getting distracted. Yeah, they deemed it was not really worth it for the maybe 1/10 gain. So, like, instead they just focused on getting a lot of speed prior to it to kind of offset it.
Yeah. I think the at least from a spectator perspective, like the actual, I don't know how much like warm up you guys had or anything, but at least from a spectator point of view, the matches were actually really good.
I think so as well. I mean, I think the results don't show the actual competition level at the World Cup for sure. Like there were some really good rounds.
Like the maps that I knew, so for instance, like Ascension and the Link map, well, the two, but you know.
Yeah. I know which one.
Air Control. Like even that was so much better. I mean, yeah, I wasn't very good on Air Control, but even then it's so much better. Like, and that was without, you know, being fully ready and such.
Yep.
It was really good.
Alright, 5 more minutes. Going outside. There we go. I like how a lot of the magnets on this map are just hold left or hold right. Like it's nice.
Yeah, because like me and Poplet kind of knew that it would be quite blind. Like to make it more unique and kind of or safety car. Nice one. Yeah, like we kind of knew that it would be quite blind, so we tried to kind of make sure it was like slightly more PF inputs, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh,
so
it's
it's
good.
just like, yeah. Like, yeah, I think I already said, but like one thing we tried to avoid was having like a really important section which decided the whole track. So like, I mean, last year there wasn't really an important section, but like for instance, the year before you had well, like in the RPG you had 9 times out of 10 it's like backwards parts.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't really put backwards in. But yeah, so.
No, I'm glad you didn't put any backwards in this.
Yeah.
I don't even think it would have fit the map, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Do you think I should, or if you think I should sleep? Because I'll be getting up at like 3 or so, my time.
I don't know, probably soon. Maybe after this break, I think. Get in a quick, like, how many hours is that? 4? 5.
Yeah. Wait, that's not much.
I mean,
okay,
if 5 is better than, like, waiting another stint, then you have only 3. I mean, depends. Are you tired right now or not? Okay, like, are you the type of person that can sleep or no?
Yeah, I'm usually okay, which is usually quite good. So lucky about that.
Yeah, honestly, I would take 5 hours for sure.
Yeah. I think after this break I'll play the map a bit. Because I haven't actually played the map, so play the map a bit and then probably go to sleep, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds pretty smart.
I'm not yet actually ham. Yeah, I should probably look at that.
Yo, is Stoof's even ready? Yo, Stoof's. I mean, he was online like a couple hours ago, so I assume he is.
Okay. I mean, put it this way, like, I think it was the first season of this year's World Tour. Like, Lil Bro just didn't show up. And then I just have to message Jan and be like, so, are you ready to play? So, it's quite funny.
Well, worst case, I just do another 2 hours. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this hour went by really quick, thanks to the mapping podcast. Oh my god, and I have a good start now. Come on. That is so unlucky. on, let me grab this checkpoint. Let me grab it. No, man, I was trying so hard to take it. Oh,
Unlucky.
What the hell? I was going full on the inside. Okay. I mean, my pace was pretty good. I had 2 crashes.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna
I
go to
wasn't
the...
really watching up here, so I was just waffling for like.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
long.
no, it went
Yeah.
quick. It went quick.
Mm.
I need to lower the music a little bit though. I think it's a bit too loud. Okay, we're gonna have 5-minute break, I think. So